I am indeed live. Well, alive, despite being blown around outside this morning. I took the camper van on its first trip. I took it for some petrol, which it needed. And I took it up to one of my charity shop haunts, and that was fun. Luckily, the parking goddesses provided me with a parking space. Because a lot of these places have a barrier above the car park, and it says, I don't know, 6'6" or whatever. I'm not exactly sure how tall my camper van is. I didn't want to find out by scraping the top off. So I parked elsewhere. So this is just a quickie. Just because. Oh, hello, Laura. How are you? I thought I've got some parcels to send out, and I've got a small haul. So I thought, why not on a miserable day? So, what's going out? Right, I have to do this by just sizing you down a bit. Oh, hello, Antoinette. So I'm just rejigging here slightly so that I can tell you what's gone. Right. First thing is, you can't really see because it is a biker jacket, but unusually, excuse the rustling, it's in blue. It's vintage. There we are. I'll show you a little bit. I've had it a very long time, and I did a promotion on taking 15% off some of my older items, and slightly kind of oldish rather than older items. Selected a whole new batch, and it stimulated sales, which is lovely. So I just do like a markdown sale. So this is a vintage cowhide blue biker leather jacket, and that went. I don't know what I paid for it. I might have paid a £5. I might have paid slightly more, but it was a long time ago. Yeah, it was a save for 15% promotion, and it sold for £76.49. So it was a lovely one to wake up to this morning. Next, it's another jacket. Again, I think this got sold once a long time ago and came back. Oh, everyone's in. I can keep Josh company while he's waiting for delivery. Oh, it's something exciting, I hope. I wonder what you've got coming. Do tell. So hi, Josh. Hello, L33 Mrs. Hello, Lainey. Oh, everyone's in. Yeah, so this is it's difficult to see because I do pack stuff. It's got a velvet collar, houndstooth, toast 100% pure wool by Moon, and that's the fabric, fully lined, etc., etc. So that went for bubble wrap. How satisfying is that? This was also on the 15% promotion, and that went for £59.49. I did go high with it. Toast is a damned expensive brand, and that was a nice quality jacket. This is probably one of the oldest things I've ever had. It's a Bowden shirt. Back in the days when Bowden was something. Man's shirt. I've had it for forever. Literally, and it's gone for. I probably had it for a couple of years. £10. I took a £10 off it because I wanted it gone. I've forgotten I even had it. Another thing that is, this is a kind of rainbow-coloured hippie style, a zip jacket with a hood. It's a thin jacket though. It's a sort of summery festival thing. Patched rainbow hoodie, small medium, for a female, and that went for, there we go, patched rainbow jumper, pixie festival hoodie, little Kathmandu Nepal. There we go, every keyword possible there. $21.99 that went for. That wasn't in the sale. Oh, excuse me. Sick, isn't it? And the other thing, these are just from yesterday's sales really. These I've had for a long time again, the Hackett. You know the Hackett brand? There's a posh shop down here that stocks it. Hackett, usually quite well made. The logo is a little bowler hat above two crossed umbrellas. Very, very. And these were like trousers, even. Hackett Trinity Stretch Twill Bespoke Jeans in tan brown. 32 long button fly trousers. There we go. Oh, hello, Lex. Waking up to lots of something. No, I woke up to a sale of a nearly £80 jacket. There you go, just for you. Kind of nice. It's a really cool jacket. And look at the fitted ring. I wanted to keep it. Vintage biker in blue leather. Proper vintage stuff, probably from the 70s or 80s. 80s actually, been colourful. So yeah, who's in? Annie's in. Wow. Jewel is in. Hi, Jewel sells. Everyone's jumped in. It's that sort of end of lunchtime thing, isn't it? So that's what's going out. I've got some things which are coming to the end of auctions with bids, and that's these weird kind of goat toe shoes, which, but they're I don't know what they're going to go for, but they're going. And there's a very tatty Edwardian kind of frock coat that I picked up because I just couldn't bear to see it go to waste. It's kind of like, I don't mind if I don't make a lot of money on it. I just want someone to use it and get pleasure from it. So now I've got no jewellery today and no bric-a-brac because I went to the store and they hadn't upgraded their jewellery and restocked, and they hadn't. There was nothing in bric-a that grabbed me. I've got enough bric-a-brac, and to be honest, I find it moves a lot more slowly than clothes. That might just be me. So it is all clothes. Right. Okay, so I spent £30 in total. I've got 15 items. Guess what? They cost £2 a piece. Take these off as I go. Always good. Now, I looked at this. This was on a ladies' round, but I think it's a man's. And it's just like a canvas jacket with cord. But I thought that looks like decent quality. Someone had gone to all the trouble of actually taking the label out. But because we're sneaky like that, I thought, we'll have a look inside. And it turns out it is... Where's it gone now? Come on, label. Don't hide. I did see a label. I swear I did. I ain't making it up. I definitely saw a label. Ah, no, it wasn't the label inside. I looked on the buttons. I like bric-a-brac too. Very fond. This is LL Bean. That's an American brand that I think is quite good. But, you know, this does need a wash. It has a couple of tiny little... Actually, that just might do that with it. Quite often, yeah, oh, there we go. That's all gone, whatever that was. Bit of pollen, I think. Anyway, we'll see. Might get a wash anyway. But it is just a very practical sort of jacket, really. Says it's a large. Oh no, it's women's. It does say it's women's regular. It must be for a woman. Very long arms. Well, it's a large, isn't it? So, yeah. Okay, well, you know, it is what it is. But there's certainly money in it. There's probably something in the pockets as well. People always leave tissues in the pockets, don't they? Well, I have on occasion found money, but usually it's an old tissue, to be fair. And that was a pretty good nick. But we'll see. There's that. Hang on, don't run out of problems, aren't we now? I do comb through. I spend a good long time in this trade shop because it really is the only one I go to. This is Laura Ashley, but a more modern Laura Ashley because it's that kind of label. Hang on, I can make it bigger now, can't I? Because you're awfully small. There we go. Yeah, the more modern Laura Ashley label. But the style is very cottagecore, isn't it? I mean, and it's in a bigger size, and it's got these sort of angel sleeves. So it's a certain style. It is actually a size 20, which is nice because I don't often find Laura Ashley in a bigger size. I think someone will look lovely in that, floating about in a romantic fashion. Jewel is loving bric-a-brac. Bric-a-brac, modern clothes now. Bracelets, predictive text, you see. Maybe because you could pick it on a Friday Up on a Friday over lockdown. Well, yes, you see, if you can. Oh, I see. Pick it up on Facebook. Whoa. Right. Okay. Yeah. So you could get your book back from Facebook. Yes, absolutely. Much more convenient. Now this I looked over very carefully because, as you can tell, it's not the sort of colour that one normally picks up in a charity shop. White. But I looked it over really carefully and I couldn't see a problem with it. It's just another one of these linen cardigans, an open cardigan. But if people are going to be outside more often than not, then I think these kind of wrap things and things for a cool evening, or bloody freezing evening as it is right now, are quite useful. I don't know the label. No Shy, the hottest cashmere. Well, I thought, this isn't cashmere. Why is it saying that then? I haven't investigated the brand, but it looks like it's decent quality, and this is 100% linen. Designed in France. So I thought, well, we'll give it a shot. Again, a lot of charity shops would be around here, would be asking, £5 or £6 for this. And I will not pay up for something unless I'm very sure it's going to bring me a lot of money back. I haven't got time. I've not got time to mess about. Okay, the next one here. I don't mind picking up jumpers and things because, give it a few months and it'll be cold again. This was Hobbs, though. Everyone knows what Hobbs looks like, don't they? But I thought it was a nice bright jumper. They had some other Hobbs, but it was very worn, and I won't buy things that are very worn. This needs a slight sweater shave. Just a jumper in a large size. Again, Hobbs in bigger sizes can do well. It's a pretty good knit, fairly classic design, really. A bit nautical, I suppose. No mess, Heather. What's this? Maybe. Right, a bit more cottagecore vibe here. This is genuine vintage Laura Ashley and very similar to the other one. This is covered in pink roses, I think. This is pink roses. I mean, it's very fluffy. It's very frilly. Little frilly cuff. It'll get a nice steam. It'll look a damn sight better than the dish rag it's looking now. But that older label, and it's a size 18, so if it's a Laura Ashley 18, it probably fits a modern 16, because their sizes were always quite generous. Nice little cover buttons, nice little frill on the front. Oh, look, it really isn't me, is it? A blouse, madam? Not a blouse kind of woman. But, there'll be people wanting to pair those with their hippy-dippy floaty skirts and what have you. I quite like the look of this. I picked this up. It's amazing. I do find Max Mara. There's also somebody in the area that quite likes Max Mara. This is Weekend by Max Mara, which I don't think is the very top of their range. And I wouldn't pick up everything, but I know this brand has a following. But this is a very long, quite a nice tunic style jumper top. Contrast thing going on there. Where's the size? Made in Italy. It needs a little bit of a sweater shave. The pink stuff needs a bit of tidying, but it's worth doing on a quality item, isn't it? I don't mind. What's this made of? Size large. Okay, very helpful. Large. Sadly, it's missing the fabric composition, I think, because the label's kind of gone. That's probably a cotton blend. Fairly safe to say something like that, aren't you, really? That's quite nice. Then for £2, I'm not going to lose. I mean, if I'm buying something for £2, ideally I want to be selling it for at least 20. Because by the time you fiddled around, that work and fees. Now I had to get these because look, these are mad. Cover your eyes. Oh, they're very mad trousers. They're the trousers that need a wash. But I got them anyway because I thought, you know what? Yeah, that's just a bit mad. They're just mad. Brand wise, there's another ticket. These are vintage Marks and Spencer's. They're St. Michael. So they're proper vintage. And they are, handily enough, quite high-waisted. I think somebody will love those. They are mad. They do need to go in the wash. But that's not a problem. They'll go in the wash. Bon pantalon. Yes, very eye-popping pantalon. They're kind of slightly... I mean, they could be 90s or 80s, but it's because they're slightly pastel-y, but they're still a right eyeful. Oh, blimey. I'd see you coming in those. Oh, hello, Vicky. And hello, Elaine. Sorry, I'm neglected people. Hello, everybody. If I've missed you, I'm really sorry. Right, I don't want to lose the belt to this. So I thought, oh, that feels nice. Lots of monsoons have closed down, haven't they? So when I find good monsoon, it does sell. And this is a nice size. This is a UK 18. And it's nice lined. And this has very sort of flapper-esque lace overlay. It's a nicer colour than it's showing on the screen. But it is that sort of neutral thing with the belt. Kind of a slightly 20s vibe about it, which isn't a bad thing. And I've got a feeling. I don't know if there's silk in it or not. It feels like there might be. Let's have a look. No, absolutely no silk at all. It's just nice material, nicely made. Nylon outer in lace and the polyester lining. But it feels nice. It's a good approximation of silk without the hassle. So I'm very pleased with that. That's probably a below the knee length. Very elegant. Sorry, I'm not showing this very well, am I? So that's not crazy, but certainly, I think people are going to have events to go to. And that's just so pretty. I'll go for £2. I don't mind if I do. Again, this isn't really for this season, but a nice maxi skirt. And it's jigsaw as well. I do quite well with jigsaw, whether it's older or not, but it's basically a skirt. Probably not for now. It's probably going to go nearer in the autumn, but I don't mind. It's all good. There's a bit of a mountain going on here. If you hear a squeal, it'll be me buried. And this is the first thing I saw when I went in the charity shop. And I thought, I know that. This is a bit, just by the design, it's different. It should button up the front, they've only done the top button. But every single button is different. See, that one's made of shells. And then every button is different. I thought, oh, wow, that's interesting. Get them all in. Some of the buttons need re-sewing now, I think. Coming a little loose. This has definitely got a beach theme to it. Oh, go in. Yep. Oh, it's the buttons around the hips that are looser. I guess that's because where there's the most strain. They're all completely different. Variations on a theme. Yes. The brand is actually Bottega. Now, I know Bottega Veneta. They make bags and they make clothes because of Sold to Press. But this is very gauzy. And as you can see, each little button is different. There's embroidery detail. And there's a mesh sleeve. Very difficult to see. There we go. It would help to get my thumbs out there. Bottega. So if that is Bottega Veneta, which I think it is, that could be a nice earner. It's not a guarantee, but it'll certainly sell anyway. Because it's quite hippy-dippy. Right, more skirts. I was getting a bit low on skirts actually, so I knew from my bags I could see they'd gone down a bit. Maybe I should restock. Trying not to do that with dresses. Dresses have to be quite special for me because I've got loads. This is a skirt in linen. What's that? You see something. Is that a mark? Have I missed something? Yeah, there's something going on there. What is that? A bit of sticky. That's right. Because if you get a stain on linen, it's very hard to get it out without actually ruining the linen. But this is Bowden in the 12 regular. Again, I wouldn't pick up everything Bowden, but it's a classic kind of tie waist, very 70s in its style. Good for the staycation brigade. Oops. Yeah, that's getting quite wobbly. And I picked up another skirt, but this is more likely to be where it's denim skirt. So it's this one is it's Marks and Spencer. Oh, now I rejected this before. Ack. That was very silly of me. I picked it up and grabbed it. I'd seen this before and not picked it up because it's got this thing here. I think what somebody's done is undone it all because it kind of hitches. But that's an odd place to have a hitch, isn't it? That could be a fail. Well, hey ho. To be honest, I think it's quite a nice skirt, even if you took that out and sewed up the L's. But yeah, maxi skirt, quite long there, and it does have a raw hem as well. So I might just do a little repair on that. Someone will still want to wear it, I'm sure. And then dresses. We obviously had a good batch of dresses in, so I thought, again, at £2 each, but don't mind. This is Coast. This is Colour Block. Colour Block is sort of doing the rounds again, but this is pure silk. So I kind of thought, that's a nice thing. It's a size 10. Oh, so these dresses are meant to hang loose, you see, so that's a nice size 10. Colour Block. Like I say, good for all kinds of occasions, I suppose. Here we go. Oh, I really like this. Not for me, because this sort of colour doesn't do me any favours at all. However, it's an autograph M&S, which is obviously their slightly better range. But I like the style of this. It's very romantic. It's a little bit drop waisty 20s looking. It's a below the knee one. Just really nice details in the different laces, the different stuff going on there. Rather nice. That's me pinging, I think. Nice ones, eh? Nice bits and pieces. There was that. And the last thing of all is a bit of an eyeful. I picked this up because I just love these African prints. And this is one of those, is it a dashiki, it's homemade. This is something else. Here we go. It's a dress with a zip front, unusually. And it's long. I love the fabric. Absolutely love the fabric. It's not a ridiculously tiny size. Some of them can be very small. That's probably more likely to be a 12, 10 to 12. But wow. I mean, it's got shoulder pads. It's got everything going on. And I do sell these, and people will also wear them for traditional. Look at these big buttons, great big buttons on the front. They wear them for traditional occasions, and also they're very good, I think, in terms of props and stuff like that. So that's going to need steaming. It's kind of quite stiff, the material they use. There is a name for it, and I can't remember what the name for it is. But I do think I've done quite well there. For £30 spent, a couple of those items will easily return that money plus a bit, and the rest is profit, which is how it should be, really, because we worked damn hard for it. Need to have good profit margins. I know there's going to come a point where this particular charity shop stop being quite so inundated as the season rolls on. Heads up for you guys. I do think 2 slices of yes. Where the charity shops that have been just going cheap to move stock will stop to do that. So I'm kind of filling my boots now with a view to having a pile of stock so that I don't have to pay the extortionate prices when they start to do that, because I know they will. As soon as they think they can, the directive will come down from head office of, or you start charging more for your stuff. Fair enough. But, the profit that it's all very well having a large turnover and having a big sum and you go, oh, my 90-day turnover is lovely. But you have to bear in mind what you forked out for the stuff in the first place, and the fact that you lose nearly 20% in terms of eBay fees and stuff like that, not to mention your time. So, yeah, trying to preempt that. I'm always trying to think ahead a bit, and sometimes I cock it up marvellously and other times not so much. But anyway, so there you go, a wee haul, a wee half an hour of fun. I hope you're all having a good day and that nobody's lost any garden furniture or roof or anything like that. This wind is quite splendid. It was buffeting me around in the camper van a little bit. I was kind of like, I'm not going really fast because, no, when you've got a lower profile, you're not kind of getting the wind. Oh, Vicky, hi. Oh, hello, Seagus. How are sales? An early summer slowdown? No, I haven't, to be fair. My sales are very up and down. They always are. It looks like a mouthful of rotten teeth. I will get the odd day when I have really rubbish days, and then I'll get the odd day when it's really good. So no, I haven't really found that on average. Some weeks are better than others, but having the higher value items in your shop as well as the bread and butter stuff means that when you've only got to sell one of those, and it makes your day a really good one. So that's what I try and do. But you can't get high value stuff all the time. It's luck and being in the right place at the right time. And we've got boot fairs this weekend for us are quite likely to be cancelled, or I'm not likely to make them all because of other commitments. As we get more sociable, my chances of getting up at 5 on a Sunday morning are a little more remote. So, oh, Lex, you've had half of your jewellery. Yeah, this is the bulk thing. And I don't have a bulk jewellery supplier, which is why my jewellery efforts are run alongside my other stuff, because I don't get enough of it. But when you've got that kind of a supply, that's fantastic. But just the thought of sorting through it all, it's like, ooh, what fun! Knee deep in jewellery. Well, that'll be appearing on a vlog soon, won't it? Did like your bits and pieces that you picked up, and I did see the dollar horses, and along with everyone else commented, because I've done very well with those in the past. So Double Calm's had a really dire month. Oh, let's hope it picks up. And Vicky's found it a difficult month personally. Yeah. The coming of summer isn't always an easy time for everybody. I hope you've got some support. I hope you're talking to people, because that helps. It really, really does. They can't make it any better. They can't fix it for you. But not carrying it around all by yourself, because that's not good. Where's the other half? Is it on the way? You're going to be swimming in jewellery. I can't think of anything I'd rather do, to be honest, but my business model doesn't quite carry that at the moment. I've still got lots of jewellery to list, mind you. It's coming on. Well, I probably have 25% of my store being jewellery and the rest being clothes, shoes and bric-a-brac. For now, until I change my mind and do something different. Well, I hope it all turns up soon. And I do hope everyone just hangs in there until summer arrives properly, because it's a bit late. It's a bit tardy, and it'll be made to stand in the corner and do lines. I will not be late. People need summer. Anyway, you will take care of yourself, and I will probably be on here again if I have another haul. Who knows? But take care of yourself, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye now. Yes, I do. Bye-bye.